Hello and welcome to my review of the LEGO City 60443 F1 Pit Stop and Pit Crew with Ferrari car. Very snappy title. But this is one of the LEGO City Formula 1 sets for 2025, part of the whole LEGO partnership with Formula 1. There is also sets in the Icons range and the Speed Champions and Technic ranges, I do believe. So 4 different themes get some Formula 1 themed sets. I am quite a big fan of Formula 1. I've been following it for a few years fairly closely, and I thought I should try one of the sets. I am planning on getting a few more, but I thought this one, I saw it for sale for a pretty fair price, so I thought I'd give this one a try. So let's see what we get here. One thing this set does come with is a lot of minifigs for the size of the set. It's a 322-piece set with 5 minifigs, so you get quite a lot minifig-wise at least. As you can see here, the 2 on the left and centre are pit crew members, and then the one on the right is obviously the car driver, the F1 driver for Ferrari. None of these are based on real people. You can see that the driver doesn't really resemble anyone in particular. So you can assign him to be whoever you want, you know, your Charles Leclerc, your Lewis Hamilton, whoever you want him to be. The prints look good. You can also see that the pit crew members simply have F1 on the back. They aren't actually Ferrari pit crew members, which is quite handy if you want to use them for another team. It means this isn't a Ferrari Pacific pit crew, which is quite nice. You can see there isn't any Ferrari logoing on the back of the driver either. And I do like the print on his helmet though. And you can see that the pit crew members have got the kind of dirt bike helmet piece without any visor, and there is all the prints without being obscured by the helmet, and there is no alternate faces for any of them. There is the print for the hearing aid though on the centre guy, which is quite cool to get a little bit of different stuff going on. Here are the other 2 minifigures included in the set, another 2 pit crew members. That takes the total number up to 4, which is enough for 1 per wheel. It falls a little bit short of the 20 plus in real life, but it's certainly enough to give an idea of the process. These 2 have the wheel gun kind of simulated pieces for taking off the wheels. The other 2 pit crew members have a couple. They are stored in the pit lane, and you can see that these 2 use the same helmets, torso and leg pieces as the others, with the only difference being the face prints, and you can see them there. And the lady on the left also has an alternate face, which you can see there. Here is the car included in the set. It is again not based on any particular car in real life. I mean, because it came out this year, you can say it's the Ferrari SF25, and it probably is actually faster than the real one. But it looks good. It works as kind of a representation of an F1 car in the city kind of scale and build technicalness. If you want a more accurate one, go to the Speed Champion range of F1 cars, which came out this year, of which I will be reviewing a couple, hopefully fairly soon. But you can see it's got the Ferrari logo on the front, and it says Ferrari on the spoiler on the back. They are both printed pieces, which is very nice, along with the dashboard inside on that 1x2 rounded tile, which is very nice. There's not a lot to this. You can see that the that opens up. I guess that's the halo. That's what I'd say that is. It opens up so you can get the minifig in, and the minifig sits in it quite well. Sits in like that. It's quite leaning back, which, you know, makes them look a little bit like they're just kind of looking at the sky. He's not quite down in where he is. It's quite hard to get the minifig in. This took me a few tries the first time I did it. There we go, he's in. There. It does make him look like he's looking at the sky a little bit, but it works. And I think it looks good. I really like these tyre pieces. Just put one off and show you. It's one molded piece, the wheel and the rim, with then this printed tile piece put on top. But it does look really good, and they roll very smoothly. They're kind of slick, and yeah, roll very smooth. So that's nice, and yeah, really no complaints. You can see it's built on a uniform chassis piece, but yeah, looks good all round, I think. Obviously not the most realistic model ever, but certainly does the job of representing an F1 car. Here is the actual portion of pit lane included in the set. This is quite an interesting build, actually. It's based around one of the smaller road pieces. There it is there. And it features quite an interesting feature, actually, which you can see with these large kind of legs sticking out here. The idea is you take a minifigure and you pop them on here, and you take another one and you pop it on the other end. And you also have a couple minifigures, the other two pit crew members stationed kind of here and here. Then your Ferrari pulls in for its quick pit stop. It parks, and then you pull this in the back, and the two minifigs are kind of rushed onto the scene. So that they almost line up with the wheel at the back. The front isn't quite so good. They're a wee way away. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that the back one lines up all right, but the front one's a little bit far away. There's also the two other wheel guns for the other minifigures. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that, but I did quite like the feature. It's also got the sign here, and then obviously you push that and you're away. But you know, it works all right. It's not perfect, but it works all right, and that is what most of this is based around, that one feature. There's also some tyres here, another set each. These ones aren't printed though, like the ones on the car. The ones on the car are printed to represent, I believe that's the hard compound with the red. I could be mistaken there. These ones aren't printed. There's a stickered piece up there to show the time of the pit stop, which is pretty fast. Ferrari actually won the DHL Fastest Pit Stop of the Year award this year, so it's quite fitting. That's a Ferrari pit stop set. You can also see a couple other stickered pieces around the place with graphs and various data points. A couple F1 stickers there in those panels as well. There's really not too many stickers in this set, and I don't feel any of them are necessarily 100% essential, but they do all add to it in their own little way. But unfortunately, that's kind of it for this. There's not much else with this thing. All of this mechanism takes up all of this space in here, and is, yeah, it works well, except for the fact it just doesn't quite line up right. Yeah, I do like the mechanism. It's very smooth to work, but yeah, just not quite 100%. And I do like how, if the car isn't quite in right, you know, not in fully, well, almost, it's now a bit stuck. As long as you're fairly close, it always works. There we go. But if you're just slightly off, it does help. As long as you go slowly enough, it lines you up. There we go. But yeah, it's a little bit gimmicky and it doesn't quite line up right, but I appreciate the effort. It's just a shame it had to kind of dominate the whole section here, and there's not a lot else, and there's no bit for like, I don't know, the team principal sitting or whatever. You know, that might have been interesting with the kind of computers and everything that they have in front of them, more over towards the pit wall. But, you know, it works. Here are the spare parts included with the set. There's really nothing interesting here at all. Actually, this is interesting. I don't think this is supposed to be a spare part. Only one is listed in the instruction manual that's getting used, and it is on the kind of sign for stopping at the pit stop. I don't think that's a spare part you're supposed to get. I think I got that in error. But apart from that, all of this I do believe, because I think you usually get them as a spare part. Maybe not. It's quite large for a spare part, to be fair. But they're certainly the official spare parts. I'm not sure about the others two. And something interesting about the set, though, is all 5 minifigs have like helmets on, and there is no hair pieces included for them, which is rare of LEGO sets recently. So that's just something to note. Just slightly interesting. So overall, I do quite like this set. It's not my favourite set ever, but it's alright. I like the car in particular. It's probably my favourite part of the set. While it might not be, you know, completely realistic to the Ferrari SF25 or other recent Ferrari cars, I still think it looks good, and it works well. For the amount of parts used, it really does look pretty good. I'm just not a massive fan of the actual pit section. Just, it's so dominated by that action feature, which, while it does work and it looks quite good, it's just really annoying to me how that front pit member doesn't line up with the wheel. You can even see it on their own box art. It does work though. And it's all right. It's a good introduction to the kind of Formula One theme in Lego. It's not the cheapest set, but it's the second cheapest in the kind of sub-theme. 60442 is the cheapest, which is just a McLaren car. But I think it's all right, and for the price I paid, I'm relatively happy. I'll have it on display for a wee while at least. And yes, I am planning on reviewing a Speed Champions F1 car very soon, so stay tuned for that. But let me know your thoughts on this set in the comments below. And also, if you follow Formula One, let me know your thoughts on the Formula One season, since that's just finished, in the comments below as well. What do you think about Lando Norris becoming World Drivers' Champion? As a Max Verstappen fan, I'm not too impressed, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. But until next time, I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.